What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Stock Hustle channel with your boy William. And let me just say, man, is it good to be home. For those of you who did not know, I have been out of the country over the last 7 days. I did have a trip outside. I am back, refreshed, recharged, and ready to get back at it as earnings season is upon us. For those of you who did not know, this is a current breakdown of the most anticipated earnings reports for the month of October. As you do see, we did have a few reported today. A few of the big banks report today, which did lead, as they did provide good earnings reports, to a very, very green day today. Now, let me just say, if you've been paying attention to market news over the last 2-week period, there was some anticipation that a lot of companies would be reporting flops. Now that we did get some of these breakdowns for this specific week, in the green, essentially it's changing the mindset a little bit of the market, right? So as we've seen, the market is essentially dipped. If you've been looking or paying attention to the SPY, you've seen that clearly, that the market was essentially not really knowing what it wanted to do, being that it was trending closer to this essential 100-day moving average down here, and consolidating around this area, right? It's up, down, up, down, up, down, not really knowing what to do. If we get solid green reports, you can fully expect this massive bullish run ever since COVID 2020 to continue and continue on up, right? Even with inflation concerns with the CPI data that was released on Wednesday, don't think just because I was out of the country I wasn't paying attention. I was fully paying attention. I just unfortunately wasn't available to my computer to record videos. Otherwise, you'd be getting non-stop videos from me. But with the good earnings report, as I was saying, if we do consistently start hitting good earnings on these big major players as the month goes on, you can fully expect the SPY to bounce back and continue this bullish run. If we have some bad earnings mixed in for some of these major players, then you might see the SPY, start to dip a little bit more. Again, it's not really clear what will happen yet, right? We do have some good catalysts. I know some of you guys have been asking about some of the plays we've been following, specifically here on our channel, or my channel specifically. As you see over here on this top left corner, I keep all of the plays you guys ask me about saved, or anything I make a video on, just so I can make sure they're tracked fully. Just real quick off the top of my head, one of you guys that asked me specifically in the comments about Zim, as I've told you guys, if you ever want to know quick information, leave me a comment, send me a tweet, or DM me an IG, and I will get back to you 100%. Zim is a shipping container company that we made a video on. You can look it up in my historical videos to talk about it. You see this consolidation period back here in middle of June, July. You see this consolidation period over the last 10 days here now in early October. Now, remember what is going on with a lot of the shipping containers, right? There is a huge bottleneck. You've seen article after article about the Port of Los Angeles being backed up so bad that the ships that are parked outside of the Port of Los Angeles can literally be seen from space. Well, good news is today, Biden
after
released,
weeks of negotiation and
see,
working with my team and with the major union retailers and freight movers, the Port of Los Angeles announced today that it's going to begin operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Before he cut me off, yeah, Port of Los Angeles is going to be running 24/7, like 7-Eleven basically, right? Non-stop, trying to get as much of those containers unloaded and try to get all that backed up traffic at the Port of Los Angeles cleared, right? Why? Because that's going to have bigger impacts, not only just to the port or to Zim, for example, but to other major companies like Apple, Samsung. A lot of those containers maybe have iPhones or new Samsung phones or Apple Watches. All the products you guys want to buy, you and your family members, for the holidays, are probably on those containers. And if they're not in the stores to be sold, that means they're stuck on the container. If they're stuck on the container, that means you can't ship any more product. So with that being said, I am still bullish on Zim. I feel that this consolidation period just gave us an opportunity to buy or load the boat before we take off into space, as this play will continue to rise. Because again, the fact that the traffic is backed up at the Port of Los Angeles, the fact that they are now clearing up a solution to try to solve that problem, plus the information you see from the chart. Again, look at the MACD about to converge into a buying period. You see the RSI settling down here in oversold with an ATR of essentially 308, or essentially giving you a swing of $6 and what is that, 16 cents potential. that to me are bullish signs. With the news from President Biden released today, that makes me even more bullish on this play. This is just one quick play that I can think of. Another one I was asked about while I was out of the country was MOS. MOS has a historical resistance of $47.13. That's what I am looking for in the next couple weeks. I guess that's what I'll be looking for. I know that Zacks did release an article on MOS, giving a rank rating of number 2, which for them, if you follow Zacks, a 2 ranking is essentially a buy rating from Zacks, right? Zacks does give a lot of rankings for a lot of different companies. This one does carry a 2. I will make a further breakdown video of MOS. For those of you that are interested in this, just again, leave me a comment down below, and I'll be sure to include it. And last but not least, another video that I am going to be working on, trying to get it out as fast as possible, is any in the reverse merger. For those of you that have been following this play has been in the news or in Twitter or social media space essentially now for close to a month, or a little bit over a month. So I want to make sure I give a good breakdown on what I see from it, because again, I do see a good buying opportunity to enjoy that run up before the merger, and then potentially enjoying the run down after, because as we've seen in 2021, anything that's reported good, essentially there is a quick sell-off right after, right? So you can play it both ways, but I'll do my breakdown and see what I find, and then advise on that specifically. If there's anything else you guys want to see, please just leave me a comment, send me a tweet, send me a DM, send me a pigeon, whatever you got to do to make sure that I find out about it, and I promise you I will make the video or give you my best guidance that I can possibly give on it. And last but not least, I did want to touch up on everybody's favorite, AMC. I have been holding this damn play since January. I am a January ape and proud of it. I have held through the highs, the lows, the $5 sell-off, back up to the 10, back down to the 8, back up to the 14, back down again, up to 70 something, down to 29, whatever the hell it was. And now here we are sitting at this resistance line of $39.99, essentially sitting right on that resistance line. I just want to say, for all you guys that have been holding this play, I salute each and every one of you if you had the conviction to hold it. If you didn't, it's no foul. Again, everybody's different. Some people can control their emotions better than others. If you enjoyed the run-ups, sold, and then enjoyed the run-up now again, welcome back. Please, please, please remember with this play, this specifically is a shares play. Do not, or try not to, YOLO on option contracts, especially weeklies on AMC. Every single week we have seen weeklies get filled up dramatically on these little run-ups. But just always keep in mind the max pain theory, guys. Always please keep in mind. Don't risk your money and piss it away into the abyss. Instead, pick up shares, hold it. You will be rewarded for your conviction. I get it, right? After the GameStop thing, everybody thinks you can just go buy an option and take off to space if it hits. But the question is the if and when it will hit, that no one knows, right? I don't know. No, not one single YouTuber knows when this play is going to explode or when they're going to cover their short position. So just always keep that in the back of your mind, especially when you're buying options every single week, because that is money you could easily have been investing into shares and building your position higher and higher and higher and higher. No one of us who has large positions in AMC bought that overnight. It took us months of buying 10, buying 20, buying 30, buying 5, buying 50, right? In chunks to build up our position to hold the position size that we hold now in AMC, which is why we are all patiently waiting and watching every single day what this play does. But I will give you some info on it. Recently in the news, you've seen all of a sudden the switch get flipped, and now all of a sudden they're putting AMC into crowds like Walmart and Target and Intel and trying to group it in with those type of stocks, which is kind of odd, to be honest. Not really expected, but it is a positive sign for me, especially. Looking at the chart, we do see this nice green day that we had today, essentially up 5.7%, or otherwise $2.16. You do see that we have now officially converged in the MACD into a buying period, and you see that we are heading towards neutral in the RSI and trending up. All bullish signs on this play, so please keep your eyes open on it, but please buy options with caution. Don't play money you can't afford to lose, especially in options, because just like, yeah, you can hit a lotto and make a lot of money, you could easily lose all that money like that. It doesn't take a lot. options are really risky. Please understand what you're doing if you're playing options, and that's how I'll leave it. As always, I always refer anyone who's playing options to Unusual Whales. That is the best tool you could possibly have in your arsenal when you're trying to decide what options you want to pick. The info and the amount of information that Unusual Whales provides you when you're buying options is hands down not comparable to anything else. That's all I'll say, and I'll leave it at that. As always, guys, if you have comments or questions, leave it down in the comments below. Again, don't forget to follow me on IG or Twitter, and I will catch you guys in the next one.